Buff Nation, what up? BWB, all my bandwagon buffs, what's going on? Welcome to TLP Sports Club. It is free for all Friday, guys. After all the technical difficulties I have just had with StreamYard. Hey, StreamYard, stop playing with me, son. I never chose my iPhone as my audio source. Not when I got a professional setup right here. Stop playing with me, StreamYard. Yo, anyway. We're like almost 30 minutes late because of that technical difficulty. But I'm here now. Thank you for joining me. Let me take a deep breath because you know what happens when the devil's trying you. Oh, that's so annoying. All right. So here we go, guys. Welcome to the channel, guys. TLP Sports Club, TLP Live, your number one source for Colorado Buffaloes college football discussion. The place where you come, a good environment for you to have fun, to enjoy college football talk, to bash in the glory of Travis Hunter winning so many awards. Yes, sir. Today we're going to talk about all of that. Okay? There's a couple of things on the menu. What's on the menu, Harry? We got a kicker coming in. We got a center coming in. So, Mata, we got another kicker coming, so you better make sure that you're on your P's and Q's. I don't know if he's coming for Mata though, but we got some things coming. And Cash Cleveland, is it Cash Cleveland? Or is it the other guy? Anyway, we got another center coming. Coach Prime is doing something. Some of the guys that have been with Coach Prime for a minute are leaving, but players are coming. Some good players are leaving. But Coach Prime is like, yo, this is a numbers game. And even though you're good, you're not good enough. It's as harsh as that sounds. You're not good enough for where I am trying to go. So now we must ask the question today. Where is Colorado trying to go? Where is Coach Prime trying to go? Since we have all talked about or got that question out of our heads whether Coach Prime is going to be taking an NFL job, going to Dallas or going to Oakland, since that question is now put to bed and Coach Prime is recruiting heavily, where is Coach Prime trying to take Colorado? Tim Smith, what up? Dallas is in the building. Move Better, what up? Bill Belichick is at UNC. What does that mean? Y'all want to talk about that? We'll talk a little bit about that too. We got to talk about college football, man. I'm starting to enjoy these conversations. There's so much going on around the sport. I just want to talk about it all. I don't care no more, okay? If Colorado comes up, it comes up. I don't care. Actually, I do care. That's my bread and butter. Anybody that lies to you and said Colorado is not, it doesn't matter anymore. There's this weird graphic that's going out there. It's like when Coach Prime was being hated on, we have more viewership. Now that Colorado's winning, Colorado's not even breaking the top 10 in viewership anymore. We used to be at the top. The creme de la creme. Everybody used to watch. Now Colorado can barely get on the top 10. What is going on? All right, man, I'm ready to talk college football. Join TLPlive@gmail.com. Join Phil, what you say? That in Dallas? He in Beaumont? Tom A in Dallas. He in Beaumont. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, join TLP when you come on here, or come on here if you can, and let's talk about it. I don't know what your schedule is like today. I don't know if you're coming on. Well, anyways, join TLPlive@gmail.com. Guys, that is the email that you're going to use to call in. You call in, we have a conversation. There's a lot to talk about today, okay? The Belenikov Award, guys. There's a couple of awards that Travis Hunter has won. Let's talk about it. Did he deserve it? Did he not deserve it? I want to hear from you. Join TLP Live at gmail.com. Join TLP Live at gmail.com. It is the email that you email me. I send you a link. You come on here. We talk. Don't worry. I'm not going to spam you. And yeah, so don't worry about that. All right. And right there on the bottom is my Cash App. $ at TLP Sports Club. Okay, $ at TLP Sports Club. It is the holiday season. If you're feeling a little generous, and if you're feeling the love for the season, and you want to bless one of your favorite creators, your favorite content creator, I am taking Christmas gifts. Okay, go ahead and bless me with a little bit of dollars because I might need it. I got kids and wife that I got to take care of. You feel me? Let's have this conversation. I think I want to start with this. You know what? Let's go ahead and start with the college football player of the year, which is Travis Hunter, the Belenikov award winner. I believe the Belenikov award is the wide receiver, and then the what's the other one? It's like he's like the DB or the defensive player. Something. I'll bring all that up. But let's go. Let's get this cracking. Join TLP Sports Club. What am I talking about? Join TLP Live at gmail.com. I got to take this off the screen. So write it down if you want to call into the show. I got to open up my phone. I had to actually power my phone off. For the last 30 minutes, I was sitting here like trying to get this thing to work. And I finally said, you know what? Let me just power my phone off and maybe this thing will work. And finally, StreamYard worked. Because StreamYard is automatically trying to connect my phone as my audio source. That is so annoying, man. Anyways. Phil So Real, what up with you, man? Thank you for calling in. I appreciate you. How you doing today, brother?
Hey Harry, how you doing? Thank you for allowing me to join. If I could take a quick moment, I just want to give you a shout out in the Billionaire Mindset channel. That was a great live you did last night. Some really cool conversations that you guys were having. Just to kind of open to you just real quick. I grew up single mom. Dad was around, but he wasn't in the house. So the whole conversation of what is a real man, that always hits home to me because I didn't quote unquote have a man in the house to show me what it was like to be a quote unquote real man. So as I grew and became a man, and then now a husband and a father, you know what I'm saying? Like that is the topic of conversation that comes up a lot with my friends and just kind of maneuvering that. So that was a really cool conversation to hear last night. So thank you for doing that work. And I hope that channel can really get more and more views, man, because you did some really good stuff last night. So just wanted to give you flowers.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that, man. I appreciate that.
I keep you on your toes, man. Come on, man.
I appreciate that, man. So yeah, at the final thoughts, you will get a few more seconds. You know, you always try to butter me up. Stop trying to butter me. Oh man, I appreciate that. Yeah, for those of you who I want to say thank you, Phil. Tim came through last night. DC was there. It was a couple of my guys was there. Some were watching. They didn't really announce themselves, but I want to say shout out to everyone. I did put it in there. Billionaires Mindset is a platform that I'm creating to have conversations, to create solutions. We come up with different solutions. If you want to be successful, you got to adapt the Billionaires Mindset. So that is the other channel that I'm trying to get going, and it's actually growing almost as fast as this channel started. Like now it's like it's moving, and it's really starting to get some life, and I like it, and I'm grateful because those conversations that people be like, talk about stuff, football, stop talking about that stuff.
But you know what? One of the things I did like about Dude is like, well, the show last night is you got two quote unquote urban looking black men, talking about the importance of like real manhood and not from like that quote unquote toxic masculinity. Like I know that's a buzz phrase that everybody use, but like it was really, and not even on just like the biblical principles behind it, but just some of your everyday, like let's take away some of that rough ruggedness around manhood, because I think that is where we get some of our misnomers. And I think that's where the idea of toxic masculinity comes from. I think it's rooted in the good things like, chivalry, making sure you run in the burning building to save your wife and your kids and all that kind of stuff. But I think when people take things too far to the left or too right, when they get into the extremes, that's when it can turn itself or manifest itself into quote unquote toxic masculinity.
Right, right. Oh man, I'm glad that you like it. Yeah, yeah, man. Me and Jerry might have to. It was like a 6 segment podcast, and we only got to 3 because when we get to talking, man, we just keep
Yeah,
going.
I
So
I like him. He was a cool dude. He reminds me of this guy named Chiseled Adonis. He's a guy that does WWE content, and he
uh-huh.
also is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan like myself. And so he'll
Okay.
live stream their games, and that accent sounded just like him. So it just made me laugh when I heard him talk.
Oh yeah, that's a Southern boy too there too. So and then he does music just like DC Carson music, who's waiting in the green room. So let me bring him on. I don't know why do I attract all these music people? I have no idea. DC, what up, man? Thank you for calling in. I appreciate you calling in. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing fine, and you create you draw in people like that because you draw in creative people, free thinkers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, man, I'm so glad that it's a blessing to have you guys around me and to have just to have real men who are trying their best to do the best that they can with their family. And when you have those type of people around you, man, you got to make sure that you value those relationships because we don't get them often. You feel me?
absolutely.
All right, so y'all ready to talk some football, man? I'm ready, man. Let me bring on Tim. Tim wants to come on here as well. He was part of that he was in the audience on that conversation last night. Let me bring you on. Let me bring him on. CU fan wants to come on. Let me bring him on. Can't wait till we get big enough to where I'll have a producer where I can just sit down and talk, and then I have somebody just man the green room and stuff. But for right now, we'll do it like this. All right, so oh yeah, you sent me that link. I appreciate it, Phil. Let me send it to myself, and then we can start this conversation. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, here we go. And DC, thank you for showing up last night, man. I appreciate you.
Oh man, that was some great points. I think that show needs to be out there. And I know we touch on stuff in this show, and people complain, but understand what I found. Like, I will give you an example. I went to one of the worst schools in Alabama, ND Hood. I mean, straight up. And folks were sitting up there talking about these kids not going to join the military. These kids are nothing. And I was like, nah, I don't believe that. So I went in there and started teaching them like some critical thinking and problem solving. And Harry, I
Hmm.
kid you not, these kids went through the exercise faster than some of the schools that are privileged.
Wow.
Mainly because both of them had never seen a man that come in there and say, hey, I'm gonna show you there's a different path. But you got to have people. Unfortunately, listen, iron sharpens iron. We think that's your friend, but no. The only way iron sharpens iron is one piece of iron has to be sharper than the other, and
Talk
Hmm.
that
that's
talk,
what just
DC.
it is. That's the way it is. And by you doing shows like that, I know some people don't like it, but there's some people that need that because you don't come. Put it like this: a fish don't push another fish out the pond.
Mm.
Somebody that got out of it got to grab it. So great show, brother.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Let's bring on Tim Smith. Tim Smith, welcome to the show, brother. How you doing today? Dallas is in the building. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, brother? How y'all
That's
doing?
gonna be your intro for sure.
Yeah, man. It was a
uh,
great show, man. Piggyback off the what Phil and DC was talking about. Um,
appreciate it, man.
it was a great show, man, on Billionaire Mindset, man. I got a lot out of it. Um, a lot of men that like DC was talking about that masculinity,
Mm,
that alpha male mentality, even though you may have it, do you know how to apply it correctly
mm,
in a relationship?
mm.
And I feel like a lot of men, well, I can't say a lot of men, some men are missing that, because God gave you a better half for a reason, or blessed you with a better half for a reason,
Right.
but you let your masculinity miss out on your blessing.
Look
Because
look at this guy.
I mean, it could be something that you're missing. You know what I
Right.
mean? Something simple as prayer in your life that's going to take you to the next level, but God placed that in your life, but you allow that alpha male mentality to push her out the door.
I mean, there's
But
nothing wrong with the alpha male mentality, but it's like you said, is that application, is that understanding of that alpha male. what you're supposed to do with that energy, as opposed to trying to dominate somebody or impose your dominance over somebody like your wife and your kids. You're supposed to use that to serve, just like Christ came to serve. You're supposed to use that to serve, to lead, and to love. But a lot of people miss that aspect of it, and they try to use that popular culture definition of what the alpha male is supposed to be: pound your chest, go work out and get money, and then run your family like that, and then everybody is supposed to be subservient to you, and that's not the idea, and that is the wrong definition. That's what a lot of people try to do. But yeah, man, I'm glad we were able to touch on the topic and provide some type of understanding for certain people. So
Let me
I
say this real
appreciate.
quick on that toxic thing, because of course, training men, I've done a lot of that, and
Go
women.
ahead. Yeah, yeah.
I've met a lot of depressed gladiators.
Mm,
There's a reason 22 veterans a day take themselves out. And some of these people have done stuff you can't even imagine, that you'd be like, are you kidding me? So the thing
wow.
is that true? We're letting folks define what's happening is the world is in some of these red pill spaces and stuff. They are trying to redefine toxic masculinity into something else. While the other
Right.
spaces try to these dating or whatever it is experts. But I'll just say this and then we move on. Is that at
Okay.
the end of the day there is such thing. Ma- All masculinity is not toxic, and we can't allow that.
Exactly.
We can't
Exactly.
allow we can't allow it from one end. We can't allow it for other. But anyway, cook, bro.
Let's go, man. So we are firmly in award season with the 2024 college football regular season and conference championships complete. While the 2024 Heisman Trophy will be awarded on Saturday, that's this Saturday coming up, the nation's top awards for each position were revealed on Thursday night, featuring some of the top names in the sport, including Heisman finalists Travis Hunter and Ashton Genty, to name a few. Hunter, expected to be one of the first picks of the 2025 NFL Draft, especially came home with some hardware after outstanding two-way season as a receiver and cornerback. Ah, yes. Let's do this. Let's do this. Here's the full list of college football awards for the 2024 season. College football award winner 2024. This section was updated. Let's go. AP Player of the Year. Who was that? Cornerback wide receiver Travis Hunter of Colorado. The Biletnikoff Award Best Receiver was Travis Hunter, Colorado. Y'all ever been like to your your student award? Hold on. I left one person in the green room. He gonna leave and come back. Come on, see you fan, my guy. Welcome to the show. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for being patient. How you doing today, brother?
Hey, Harry, panel. Hey, I'm just no, it's my phone. Whatever reason, I can't connect with my phone. I don't know what kind of problems I'm having with my phone, but as soon as I'm on my laptop, it works fine.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, man. So welcome to the show. We about to get into it. We actually into it right now. Let's go. The winner of the hold up. What else is that? Who can pronounce this? The Nagurski? Is that what that is?
Nagurski.
Nagurski Trophy Best Defensive Player. All right, the best defensive play. Wait, who?
Keep scrolling.
Keep scrolling.
That's the name there.
The winner was a defensive end, Kyler Kennard, South Carolina. The Broyles Award top is Broyles, right? Broyles,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Royals, right? But just put a B in.
Yeah, I think Livingston it was a semi-finalist for this. I'm not sure if he's a finalist, but I can look that up and see and confirm.
Okay, so the Broyles Award, it was the top assistant coach, the winner to be announced, and the Burlsworth Trophy, top former walk-on. Did I pronounce that right? I want to make sure I get it right. This next year, I'll get it right. What is it? How's it go?
How you said Burlsworth?
Burlsworth Trophy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, close enough.
Mm-hmm.
The winner was the linebacker Bryce Boucher from Oregon. Boo! Boo! Peter Investor, what up? Peter Investor is in the house. Wild Dog is in the building. What up, my guys? What's going on? Okay, the Buckets Award type linebacker was the winner. Was Jalen Walker from Georgia? Yeah. Oh Lord, I love college football, boy. This is like the best. I didn't know that with college football could be so fun. All right, so the Benerick Award, Best Defensive Player, is going to be cornerback Travis Hunter of Colorado. Hold up, let me ask you a question. What was Coach Prime upset about DB? Did he say he was going to give his award to Travis Hunter? Which award was that?
I think that was it.
That was the award for best defensive back.
So wait,
the Thorpe Award.
The Thorpe Award for best defensive back.
Oh, okay, but he's the best defensive player, but he's not the best defensive back.
Yeah, it don't make sense.
Yeah, the best defensive back went to a guy out of Texas, I believe. But
have we come to it yet? We ain't get to it yet, right?
We're gonna get to it, yeah.
Well, no, we're not spoiling. No, what are you, early bird, dude? Come on.
Hey, man, I do this. I know this stuff. I'm sorry.
I know, but stop ruining the movie for the rest of us. Come on, man. I ain't going to the movies with you ever. Okay? Oh, yeah, I know who the killer is.
Yeah, the kid is dead at the end of the movie, Harry.
The black guys die before the credits even start coming up. All right, Davey O'Brien Award, top quarterback is going to be Cam Ward, Miami. The Doak, is that Doak?
Doak Walker.
Oh, Doak Walker. Okay, I got it right. Okay. Public school education is working today. The Doak Walker Award top running back is going to be Ashton Genty, obviously from Boise State. All right, the Eddie Robinson Coach of the Year. Isn't that a black guy? It's an HBCU.
It is a black
the most winningest. Yeah, the most.
We don't celebrate HBCUs here. Let's move on.
You about to make me punch this tablet? No, coached at Grambling for a lot of years. He was the winning coach for a while. Even Saban goes to Grambling sometimes and speak. Him and Joe Paterno and Bobby Bowden, those guys had a lot of respect for him. He used to have to drive the bus for the players, to go to games and cook them hamburgers on the grill after the game, So if you get a chance, look into Eddie Robinson. Seriously.
No. I know about it. Come on, man. I'm going to be poking for that. Anytime HBCU come out, anything black comes up, I'm joking about it. So that I don't mean nothing about it.
I'm going to take that down. I'm going to take that note down.
and we don't celebrate HBCUs in Power 4 anyways, hey, wasn't he celebrated in the Drumline?
No, shut up.
Okay. Anyway, moving on.
Celebration Bowl is Saturday at 12 noon, though.
Okay, y'all watching it? Hold up. Man, everything is happening on Saturday, on this one Saturday?
Not everything, but a lot of stuff is. I mean, you got the Army-Navy game at 3. The Celebration Bowl is at 12. You got NDSU playing against Mercer. NDSU lost to Colorado at the beginning of the season. Mercer lost to Bama at the beginning of the season. So we'll see who's the better of the losers of those two teams. So it's still football going on.
Is it Notre Dame not playing?
You got one more. You have the Veterans Bowl that's going to be near me in Montgomery, Alabama, which
this weekend.
Yeah. And you believe it or not, I can always get tickets to it. But man, them seats, when y'all see that stadium, this seats, man, you might as well be sitting in hell as hard as them dogs. I can't do that from home, baby.
And you're afraid of heights, so you're not gonna enjoy that game. You were like, this is too high. I can't. Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. All right. So the George Munger Award, is that Munger or Munger? Munger?
I've never heard of this one before, so I'm gonna lean to your pronunciation on it.
All right, I'm gonna go with Munger. George Munger Award. This is the top Division I coach. Why did they have to say top Division I coach? What does that mean? Is that FCS?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I'm about to say, like, when they have to say, it's like, we was discussing real men, like the man had to walk in the house and say, I'm a man. Like, you shouldn't have to say Division I. Like, you should, anyway. All right, so the winner is to be announced, the Home Depot Coach of the Year Award. Okay.
That's your boy?
Oh, Signati. Oh, my new team. Indiana Hoosiers. Let's go. Yes, Kurt. Google me, son. You know who this is. If you don't know me, Google me. God, I'm telling you. What? Okay. The Jim Thorpe Award. This is the one that Coach Prime was mad about.
Yeah.
Is Coach Prime still mad that he took home like 3 awards or 2 awards? Like, can you still be mad?
I mean, it is weird that you have somebody to say, hey, this person is overall the best defensive player in the nation, yet he doesn't win his position award. That's confusing to me. And so that's when we have to have that conversation. How are they basing this stuff? Are they using solely stats? Are they looking at I don't know, the impact, like people not passing the ball on that side of the field? Like, what are they looking at? Because I don't understand how you can win the defensive player but not your position award. Just don't make sense to me.
Well, first of all, okay, forget about winning. Was he even nominated?
Yeah, he was nominated. He was nominated.
I
He
don't
just
think
didn't
he
win it.
was nominated though. I don't think he was nominated for that. I'm sorry, DC. I don't think he was nominated.
Yeah,
for
I don't
that
think.
award.
Can somebody check that to see the nominees? Because I don't know if he was. I think Coach Prime was like, but he wasn't even a finalist. But okay, let me ask you a question though. Sometimes they do this in the Oscars. They'll give you a bunch of meaningless awards, and everybody's saying you should win the Oscar. They'll give you a bunch of meaningless awards because they're about to shade you. Do y'all think there's a possibility? I know I'm about to sin. This is going to be a carnal sin. Do y'all think there's a possibility that they're giving him all of these awards and then shade him for the Heisman?
Yes, it's possible.
It's happened before, yeah.
That's what I don't know why I'm getting that feeling. Because Genty is still playing, right? Those are the top 2. Genty's still playing, and he's lighting it up. So the more he does in the postseason, and this award hasn't come up, what shouldn't they have made their mind up already? Shouldn't the ballots been going in before all of this postseason play happened?
Well, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of voters that are saying that they're starting to rethink their vote because of what's happening with Genty.
You said people are saying that?
That Friday night after the game, Mark Ingram, who is a Heisman winner, before the game he was saying Travis, my man, but after the game he said, after what I saw, I got to rethink my vote. You just can't do that. Now, our Mark Ingram was one of the running backs that hadn't been a running back for like years that hadn't won, and then Mark Ingram, who went to Alabama, won it, and so he was thinking about changing his vote. And several people up there were talking about, I don't know, I might have to rethink this.
The 9th is the deadline for when they have to submit their vote. So we can look and see when that Boise State game was, because if the Boise State game was prior to that deadline, then people could have gone back and changed their mind. I think a lot of things that I'm seeing on the internet is people are saying snaps is not a stat. So I think people are getting a little bit upset and in their feelings when people talk about the fact that Travis is able to play X amount of snaps on this side of the ball and on the other side of the ball. And they're saying, well, that's cool and all, but does that mean he's necessarily the best player at this position? I think he's going to win it. I think he should win it, but there is a world where he can get screwed out of it. And if he doesn't win it, I do think that is the correct word, screwed, because he definitely deserves it.
Right.
Let me say this. If people that saying talking about the snaps, I heard that as well, Phil. To me, for the life of me, it doesn't make any sense, because this man just won Best Defensive Player award. He just won Best Wide
Receiver
award. So
has that ever happened?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think he should have won Best Wide Receiver because he wasn't. DB, yeah. Wide receiver, no. He shouldn't have won that.
I got something to put on your mind, because I had this conversation with my dad yesterday.
Go forward.
Think about this, DC. How many? Because we can't just necessarily use amount of yards that he got, which he got over 1,100 passing yards. He did that in double coverage, triple coverage every single game, and got over 1,100 yards. So how can you not classify him as the best wide receiver, regardless if his yardage is not as high as some of those other players, but are those other players being double teamed and triple teamed every single play?
Okay, then let's go with this. And I mean, I hear people sitting up here saying, but look, you can't sit here and tell me that Travis is one of the greatest wide receivers we've seen this season. But you can't sit here and say that he was the best. Because understand that if you're going to use that argument, Tim, as far as they were triple teaming him, then people were stacking the box on Genty and he still got 200. Do you see what I mean? I'm not saying I don't want to take nothing away from Travis, but at the end of the day, is Travis does not have the numbers that the other backs. It's like I listen to people that will even say, "Well, why is Dylan Gabriel there?" And they're going, "When Shador had better numbers." Well, at the end of the day, Dylan Gabriel also was on the bench several times while they were passing. This doesn't take anything away from Travis. Doesn't take anything away from Shador. Because Travis is absolutely one of the best wide receivers in the game, bar none.
Okay,
But this
let me ask you this then: did Aston Genty break Barry Sanders' record in the regular season?
No.
Okay, exactly. So that record still stands. Travis Hunter is setting records that other kids are going to be trying to break as far as a two-way player.
Okay.
oh,
What you
okay.
what you got, DC? What you got, DC?
But we were talking about the wide receiver award. If you sit back and
Exactly.
look at the wide receiver, no, he is not. I challenge anybody, and especially those in the comments that got this smoke, come up here and defend it.
Okay.
Come
No,
up here and
no. You got
defend
one
it.
right now. No, defend. No. Argue with him. You argue with Tim right now. Don't try to call nobody else for help. Tim just gave you some. He just gave you a body blow. What you got for that?
End of the day, is you can sit back and say T Mac was double teamed a lot, but he still had better numbers. You see what I'm saying?
T-Mac also had a great quarterback that can get him the ball as well, because he showcased that last year. He just had a flop this year. But the overall definition of the award is to the best player.
No, wait a minute. Are we having a conversation about him winning the Biletnikoff or him winning the Heisman? Because I think now
See,
we're
that's the
starting to.
difference.
Biletnikoff.
Biletnikoff, no. Heisman, yeah, I got it. He should win that one.
But okay. But listen. Tell me if this is plausible at all. At all. Okay. Football question. When your body takes the toll on the defensive side of the ball, should you be able to do what you do on the offensive side? And does that play into your mind when you are a voter?
Can I just say this? That Travis is not even the top receiver in the conference.
That's fine. No. But don't run from my question. This is a football. This is a pure football question. If you are taking X amount of snaps, let's say 50, right? Because you get like 130, 120 on the average. Let's just break that into 50. If you take 50 snaps and you're getting as much hit, if you're getting hit as hard as he's hitting or as hard as he's doing running on defense, turns around and put up the type of numbers he does on the offensive side as a wide receiver, does that not make you special?
It makes you special. But does that mean that because you did all this, that means that you should win a receiver too?
Well, it kind of, if it makes you special, then you gotta think about the idea of, imagine if he wasn't getting hit on the other end and he was getting more snaps.
Okay,
but Harry,
well,
I don't think what
Yes.
somebody does on defense has anything to do with how good of a receiver they are. I think the way the award is set up is solely for the position, not the player that does other things.
No. I'm just saying, if I'm a voter, by the way, I want to say thank you for, I had it up there for a minute. I wanted to put some other things up there. Phil So Real, who is trying to challenge me right now, he just gave a gift of membership to the TLP Sports Club member. So I want to say thank you, even though I'm about to, trash you right now. I just want to let you know that you are a good man anyway. You feel me?
Thank you.
You're still my boy. Even though you're about to lose this argument. Okay. You okay? You still okay though?
I'm right here with you.
Okay, good. Here we go. What I'm saying is the wear and tear of your body. That's the argument. That is my only argument. It's the wear and tear of your body. So if he had the same energy, the same go ahead like the other players who maybe are not running as fast and having to lose breath and all that stuff that goes into playing another position, do you think his numbers would be greater? And he should not even be able to put up the numbers he put up because he did have wear and tear on the defensive side. That's my only argument.
I don't think his numbers would have been better simply because I think the offense was set up in a way that they were able to spread the ball. If they needed to get to Travis, they were going to get him the ball. But I think overall, I don't think they were force feeding it to him. I think this was just a natural progression of how that offense was going to look this year because they did have a lot more weapons than they did
Well, I got
last
a
year.
question. Well, I got a question then, so we can settle it. Because if we're looking at pure stats and impact of the game. If you want to look at impact of the game, that's Travis. But if you want to look at pure stats as well as some impact, I want to know what y'all are basing it on. If we're looking at wide receiver numbers, it's Nash, it's Nick Nash all day. But if we're looking at to a point where you're saying, well, because I would add in as far as my evaluation criteria, my ranking criteria of additional snaps outside of it, then I could absolutely go with you're 100% right. But wide receiver award is a wide receiver award, right?
Can we look at it like this?
Hey, can I
There's one
say?
thing that
Oh,
there's
go ahead.
something that's been kind of scratching my head. Is there do you
Wait,
would
is
you
the
guys
thing scratching
say
your head? Because if someone else is scratching your head other than yourself or your wife, then we got problems. Why is it scratching your head?
Well, hold on, wait a minute, hold on. But before you go there, I'm gonna throw this out and then move on because I'll be up here just talking. For all you that saying he's the best wide receiver, even though he don't have the best numbers, I want you to tell me what was the best DB he went up against.
Hey,
Don't
can I
change.
say
Wait.
something?
No. Let me get CU fan in here because somebody's scratching his head and I don't want him to get in trouble.
Okay.
Go ahead and scratch. Let that thing scratch your head. Tell me.
okay? So I've been looking at this at a different view. Uh, it- he's going to the NFL, right? So because he's going to the NFL, there's a lot of people that want him as an offensive player instead of a defensive player. So my thoughts are, well, let's give him the awards that make him an offensive player instead of a defensive player. Because honestly, I thought he did better as a defensive player than an offensive player. And honestly, we're talking about why he got the wide receiver award. The wide receiver award, a lot of times, is the best wide receiver out there, and he wasn't the best wide receiver out there. So to me, this is just more politics aimed towards the NFL, going to the NFL.
So who do
Hey,
you think is
can
playing
I say something?
who's playing the politics?
I got pushback on that.
Okay, before you push back, CU fan, who you think is playing the politics? They give him the award so they can force him on offense. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, there's rhyme to every reason, right? So to me, there's people, big wigs, whoever you want to call them, that control situations that are trying to lure him to be an offensive player instead of a defensive player. Because a lot of people have said he's a better wide receiver than he's a defensive player, and these are GMs that have been saying stuff like this. So when you got big pockets, a lot of people might want to do some things to make it where, hey, let's see if we can try to make and convince him to be a wide receiver instead of a defensive player.
Okay,
Well,
Tim. I
go,
don't know. Tim, I don't
go
know if
ahead.
you want
Okay.
to challenge that or you got something different. Go ahead.
Well, I agree with him on the last thing that he said. The only reason that GMs are saying that is because they don't want to pay him to be a wide receiver and they don't want to pay him the salary to be a DB. Because if he come in playing both ways, you have to pay him as a wide receiver salary and you have to pay him as a DB salary. But I agree with you on that aspect. But this is two things.
Mhm.
I mean, talking to DC too. Travis Hunter had Will Shepard, LeJounte Wester, Jimmy Horn.
Mm.
Those guys had to have a certain amount of catches and touches. So if Travis Hunter solely focused on wide receiver this year and played less DB, he would have just as amount of receiving yards as Ashton Genty has rushing yards if he's solely focused on one position at wide receiver.
Hmm. Coach Barry coming in with the super chat. I appreciate you, Coach Barry. I know Colorado lost that Kansas game and he lost some money, so now is down to $5. I'm sorry, Coach Barry. I had to joke on that. I'm sorry. Anyways, I appreciate the super chat, Coach Barry. Caleb Odom, Jaheim Otis, Eric Rivers, Jordan White, Joshua Bates, gone sign. We'll see you. Watch and see. Okay, I think Coach Barry is trying to be like the prophet around here, and he's been saying a few things. So, all right, Coach Barry, we'll put a pin in that, and hopefully, you'll come back when we're having these discussions and see what happens. So, we'll definitely have to remember that you said that, because we like to give flowers around here. Ask Phil. You feel me? All right, so
he's right though. He's right. Those recruits are really hot right now, and there's a good chance that they're coming.
Hey, that one for Alabama, I'm just gonna say this: you might want to just dig a little deeper. The dude is a baller, but you might want to dig a little deeper.
Which one?
Odom or
which one?
Otis.
Believe it was the second one you just said, Phil.
The receiver or the defensive tackle?
No, it's the receiver.
Okay, so Caleb Odom.
Folks, I need y'all to understand. Sometimes people are told to be in the portal, and they can be 5-star. But anyway, let's get back to this. What I'm saying at the end of the day is, because here's the thing, y'all can sit back and Coach Barry, if CU gets them, that's going to be phenomenal. That's awesome. But I want to go back over here and say this though, that we using, like I know Love Liberty was saying, where the receiver room is dead. Well, have y'all looked and see that some of these teams had running games, and that receiver had more of that. CU did not have a running game. If CU had a running game, Travis wouldn't have those numbers. More, it's possible. I won't say it is. That's an absolute. But if they had a running game, is that not true?
But hold up. If they had a running game, couldn't those numbers open up the passing game, and those numbers could have been a lot bigger?
Could have, but what?
Yes, they could have. No, it's true factor because of the fact that we open up the pass game.
Right.
That's just.
We were one dimensional, so a lot of our passes were broken down were broken off because they already knew we was coming to pass. So a lot of our pass. Go ahead.
We lost a lot of time of possession. We were in the back end most of the games. So if our offense was off the field most of the time, our defense was up there. So to me, if you turn those numbers around and our offense is out there a lot longer than our defense, we're winning. We're winning the games that we need to, and we got production from all our wide receivers.
That's a good point, right? It sounds so right to me, right? It sounds plausible, right? Right, DC? Right, Phil?
At the end of the day, it's obvious. Hey, if we want to shift all the metrics to say Travis is the best, I don't have no problem with that. But if we want to do that, that's fine. What I'm sitting up here saying, though,
well, we're not saying it. I think the award said it. The award is the one that said it. We're just trying to provide some type of understanding on why they chose him. Right. But we're not the one saying it.
Again, I don't understand why he wasn't the Thorpe winner. He should have easily been that. But to sit here and tell me that Travis is the best receiver, I'm just not buying that. That's just my personal opinion. The numbers. And
when I was getting ready for the show, I said DC is not going to buy this, and I look forward to that argument. And you delivered. I just want to say thank you. You are the man. You never disappoint. So thank you for that segment. Thank you for leading that segment. I definitely knew it was coming. The Jim Thorpe. Let's finish this thing so I can take it off the screen. The Jim Thorpe Award is the one that Travis, top defensive back. Again, I think they're trying to phantom award him to shade him for that Heisman. I don't know, but it does happen.
I don't think so. I
I'm
mean,
starting to
again,
feel a little,
it
eerie.
can it can happen. I understand your unease, but Harry, go come sit on my couch, lay down if you need to vent and talk it out. Everything is gonna be okay.
Have you
Travis
heard of
Hunter's
the
gonna be
director's couch in Hollywood? I ain't sitting on your couch. I
I
don't know what you got going on.
see. Here's the thing. Here's the thing with that, Harry. You can't make a statement like that with me because if I take it one step a little further, then
Don't,
that's just gonna
don't,
mess up everything. So you can't talk
don't.
like that because I got plenty of
I
jokes.
know
I
who
got
you
plenty of
are.
jokes. I got plenty of
I'm really
jokes.
starting to understand who you are. But so I'll pull back when you give me the warning. Warning received. Thank you very much. I'm moving on. The Joe Moore Award, top offensive line unit. That's to be determined.
Hey,
The
real quick,
job.
time out, real quick.
Yeah.
I hope and pray that one day Colorado is able to say they have that award because to me, that's when I think that's when you're gonna see Colorado be like quote unquote a dynasty. If Dion can truly bring in those guys that don't need long sleeves when it's cold outside, and some of those other guys that can play like Jordan Seaton, that's when Colorado is really going to get to its full potential. So that's an award to keep an eye on for the next few years with Colorado.
Hopefully, this Joshua guy from Oklahoma. Hopefully, he's one of them. Because listen, I ain't trying to be racist. I just need to see more white guys. Okay, more 6'3" or and above white men walking around Colorado with short sleeves.
You ain't gonna see them because they're all gonna go play for North Carolina for Bill Belichick.
I know. I just heard.
Whatever.
Yeah, but you know what, man? Hey, look. TLP is the pipeline to Colorado's ears. Okay, so as TLP says, it goes to Colorado. So let's just keep talking about it. Hopefully, it happens. Dear white boy, dear white men, white guys, they're not men yet. So, dear white students, if you play football, please consider Colorado. If you have a big stomach, please consider Colorado. That means you're big and you're fat. We need fat boys. We need fat white guys at Colorado. Those black guys are too strong and too muscular. No.
So you're trying to have a new group, FWG?
What does that mean? Break it down for me.
Fat white guy.
Oh, FWG. We got another one. We need some FWG, some fat white guys at Colorado. All right, John Mackey Award, top tight end. That should be Colorado, right?
No.
Yeah.
Calm down.
No, let me tell y'all about Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren played 9 different positions this season. 9 different.
Wow.
So when you say ain't nobody, but see, it's unsung. But dude was a baller. Dude has thrown a pass. Dude has played.
Wait, hold on. How can you play 9
different positions on the field? No, I'm joking. I ain't even finna count, but I mean,
right? How are you playing 9 different? Was that a corp or what are you doing? What are you doing there?
He's played other positions. He's even thrown passes, stuff like that. This dude.
Oh, come on. We talking about
He's just unsung.
Coach. What is this? A Coach Prime? He's a slasher.
I'm not saying that. Again, I ain't saying he put better than Travis or nothing like that because I know folks on they got their CU thongs on this day. But the thing being,
DC, I'm gonna say this. Okay, there have been many players that have played different positions, but not at the level of Travis Hunter. Cordell Stewart, who played for Colorado, did the same thing. Played multiple positions.
Yeah, he's a baller. Understand this, folks. 2 things can be true, as Phil said. Just because I say, hey, this person did a great job, they played 9 positions, that doesn't mean automatically I'm saying Travis is not good. Travis is great. Okay, there we go.
He's just not the best. I get it.
Yeah, all right. He's the best DB in there. Well, I'll tell you this. You can read an article. Champ Bailey said that Travis is awesome and Travis does some things that have better cover skills than he did. He said, but I think he needs to play DB in there. And he explained why he didn't play more offensive snaps on the ball, mainly because of you have to be split between the 2 rooms. So for the offense and defense. So he broke it down. But yeah, even he said that Travis is the bomb. There's no question about it. And they need plays for him. But Travis, I think, should have been the Thorpe Award, and he's a great DB.
Can I touch on something real quick, Harry?
Please do.
So I like what DC was talking about with Champ Bailey, kind of having that conversation, because I think those are the players, or that would be probably the best player to listen to, him and Charles Woodson, because they're the ones that are closely related to what Travis has going on. I want the media and everybody else to stop trying to tell Travis to just do this, just do that. Let that man go out there and do whatever he want to do. If he fails at one side of the ball, so be it. If he ends up being legendary and keeps this going, so be it. There's nothing that I've seen from Travis that will make me think that he's not going to go to the NFL and bust his behind to be as successful as he was in college. Let him go out there and do it. And if it works, that's great. If it doesn't, oh well. Only thing I want to see from Travis is maybe gain about 15, 20 more pounds of muscle, you know what I'm saying, to kind of beef up a little bit, because he is going to need that with going to the NFL. But I'm tired of, at this point, I'm tired of hearing people talk about he should only play this, he should only play that. If he wants to go out there and do both, and the team is going to allow that, that's what I want to see.
The Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award top upperclassman QB winner Shador Sanders, quarterback, Colorado. The Lombardi Award outstanding lineman. It should be somebody from Colorado. Winner, offensive lineman Kevin Banks Jr. Texas. Hey, I'm just trying to get views, okay? Lot Impact Trophy Defensive Impact Player of the Year. That goes to Colorado, Travis Hunter. See, I'm telling you, this is a Colorado show, okay? The award season is a Colorado show, and I told you when we get to the NFL draft and the combine stuff, it's going to be all Colorado. So DC, get your thongs ready, okay? Get your hater thongs, or I mean, not your haters. You're not a hater. Your butter tongs ready, okay? Just get them ready, because now, you know what time.
Keep in mind, and Tim, you can attest to this too. When it comes time to draft evaluations, there are going to be quote unquote negatives or areas of opportunity that will be brought up about Travis on both sides of the ball. Will be brought up about Shador. Every player is going to have to deal with it. So when we start hearing some of those areas of opportunity, can we please not look at it as hate, because it is par for the course when it comes to the draft evaluations. They look at you good, bad, and ugly. Is that a fair statement, Tim?
I don't think you cannot preempt or prepare us for this. There's still going to be people saying that these people are haters. I want you to be prepared for that as well, okay? Because the CU fan base, they're not going to accept anything other than praise. So just please, as you're preparing us, you should also be ready.
That's why I brought it up.
This panel has been realistic in evaluating the players of Colorado. We haven't been hiding what we've been saying. We ain't cheerleaders trying to say that Colorado has the best players in the entire college game. No, anything that they say will just reinforce.
Hey, speak for yourself. Speak for yourself, Mr. CU fan. Colorado's the best thing since sliced bread. Are you kidding? Stop. I need DC and Phil to be amped up for the show, okay? Please don't try to don't do anything for them, okay? Don't help. Anyways, I want to say shout out to my guy Buff since birth. My guy John from Arizona. John, what up with you? Hope all is well, man. I hope you are having a great holiday season. Hope you're playing a lot of Christmas music and all of that, and decorating a tree. Hey, but since I got two white guys here, Buff since Prime is white, and Love and Liberty are white. Hey, white boys, white guys, could we please? What was the acronym, DC?
Can you help me out? The U and G, the FWGs.
Can we please get the FWG going? Can we get some fat white guys at Colorado? I want to see only white linemen at Colorado. Big, fat, juicy. Pause.
Yeah, please pause.
Okay. Big, fat, white, juicy white boys with thick arms, thick thighs. I think this is going way too ditty. Okay, yeah. But still. Okay, can y'all please go to your white meetings and whatever y'all white people do, can y'all please talk to your white guys that y'all know, since y'all know the entire white community, right? Can y'all please get some white guys to play the white linemen to Colorado? That's for you, Love and Liberty, and for John, my guy from Arizona. Okay.
Y'all better talk to Matt McChesney about that.
So basically, Harry said, "Get me some." Basically, Harry said, "I need some white snow plows all up in Colorado."
Dude, like I'm telling you, I'm serious right now. Y'all think I'm joking, but I'm dead serious, yo. Okay, you know those linemen that just like they start looking real red when you know they're angry. You feel me? Like when they're in their bag and they're playing, like nobody's about to touch my quarterback. OMG. I know we would be serious when I see at least 3 white, fat, juicy, plump white guys. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to go take a shower after this. This is weird. Anyways, let's move on. But y'all got me, right? All the white men that are watching. All right? Y'all got to go get me some white guys, okay? Stop playing with me. The rest, the skill position players, okay, leave those black guys and the Hispanics alone. They'll do that. But I just need, on that offensive line, I need all white guys. If any black guy approaches that offensive line, I'm being straight racist. Get away from this line. Okay? Anyway, let's go. The Lou Groza Award top place kicker is going to be the winner is K Kenneth Alamendres, Louisiana, whatever. Max
should have been Mata. Boo.
Mata don't miss.
Mata don't miss. That's right. yeah, DC.
Mata about to meet major
with your brother thongs.
We got.
Why it can't be Mata? DC, you are something else, bro. I'll tell you. Maxwell Award. What is this? A singing award? College Player of the Year. Oh, okay. Running back Ashton Jeanty. College player.
Off it all.
What are you doing right now? Hey, Phil, is that another membership, Phil? Phil is in the gift, and it's green. It comes in green for the season. Phil is being real generous right now. God bless you, my guy. Thank you so much for gifting a membership. Thank you so much. So College Player of the Year from the Maxwell Award. Do we know who Maxwell is? Was he like a former player or something like that? Why is that award important?
These awards are all named after people who played against people who could look like anybody on this panel, because we had to go to the HBCUs and we couldn't play at PWIs. So all these people, they didn't play against real competition. But yes, these are named after real people, but they just didn't play against the best competition because they didn't come down to Grambling, or they didn't go down to Ida Benny or go to Jackson, Mississippi to play the toughest competition.
Oh, okay. So this is like the bowl season where you start getting like, the Elbow Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, and all that good stuff, right? Okay.
But no, even the awards towards the top are still good awards, and they're named after other people. I'm just saying this was during segregation, so they didn't play against the best competition because the best competition.
But can I say this?
At HBCU.
But check this out. So the Maxwell Award was named after Robert Tiny Maxwell, a Swarthmore college football player, coach, and sports writer. But check this out. Here's a fact, and Harry gonna jump on it. So just get ready, Harry.
Wait, DC. I know what you're about to do.
Yes, I am. I'm gonna say it.
It is not an exact science, but I know
it isn't.
Go ahead.
It isn't. Harry can already guess it where it's coming. The Maxwell Award winner has gone on to win the Heisman Trophy during the same voting cycle in every year except 2018 and 2023.
I see what you did there, DC. I see what you just did there.
I'm just going with what you just said. I'm just going with what you have been saying. It's being, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna do my data. I know folks don't like data, but data is data. Go ahead.
He's helping prove your point. He's just giving you data to prove your point. I'm trying to talk you off the ledge. The DC over here trying to save veterans, but he want to push you off the ledge. What's going on with it?
Hey, but no. Remember, I had a narrative at the top of the show. So I think they're giving him these Phantom Awards to try to shade him for the Heisman, and then they're going to give the Maxwell Award, and based on, according to what DC just the great homework that he just did. The historian of college football, DC, the Carson Music just did. DC, please repeat what you just said.
Hey, let me say this. They both have about 3 awards apiece right now, right? So how can
No,
you
no.
say
Travis Hunter got like 4.
okay? And Ashton Genty has about what 3 so far?
I think he got 2 or 3. Two. I think it's
No,
2.
he has this one, the Maxwell Award. He has the best running back award, and I thought I seen one more award. So he has 3 awards so far, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so
I'm
let's
gonna
say
tell you,
3.
the
Let's say
only
it's
reason
3-3.
go ahead. The only reason I know this is because Tua didn't win. Tua won the Maxwell, but he didn't win the Heisman. All right. So the thing is that so it wasn't no Googling hate or nothing like that. But now when I went back and looked at it, it does say the Maxwell Award winner has gone to win the Heisman Trophy during the same voting cycles in every year except 2018, which was Tua, and 2023, which was Michael Penix Jr.
Hey, Tua wasn't better than Joe Burrow that year though. But
I
anyway,
agree.
we'll keep talking.
I agree.
All right, let me handle a little bit of business. I just want to say shout out to my guy John for accepting the membership from Phil. Thank you so much. He's a new member, and he just blessed me with a super chat, $20 on deck. I hope you have a blessed holiday, my friend. Keep up the awesome work. And John is a white guy that's going to go out there and give me some beefy white guys to Colorado. So I think they have like their annual white meeting every Tuesday or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, when y'all have your white meetings, please make sure that you put Coach Prime, offensive line in that meeting. Let them know. All the white boys need to line up, please. All right. So that's an interesting stat. How did you know to do that homework, DC? Was that a butter search?
No,
Why did
it
you do
wasn't.
that, DC?
Because of Tua, which Tua played for Bama, so that's why I know that. Like,
Mm.
because it was like, well, Maxwell, well, Tua didn't get it. I didn't know about Michael Penix Jr. because I wasn't paying no attention to him. But at the end of the day, is that, and so I went and looked it up because of that. Because when you said it, it made me remember. Wait a minute, getting these awards, but he might not get that. That's what led down. It was not hate driven. It
Yeah.
was information driven.
It sounded real fishy. Like, why are they giving him all of these hardware? Like, I get it. He was good, but are you trying to? You better not. Oh God. Okay. I think that the rest of
I
these.
feel like you looking at your child getting ready to grab something that you told him not to. You're like, you.
He's trying to raise y'all blood pressure.
Yo. Okay, I think the rest of these are black guy awards. We don't care about this over here. We're PWI. The rest of these.
Those are legit awards. All
right, so we're gonna skip all of this.
Lesser known, but yeah, you ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah, it's probably given by some black guy who nobody cares. All right, so let's move on. Let me take this off the screen. Give me a second, please, right here. I don't know if okay. So the portal's open, right? The portal's been open, right, or no?
It's open until the 28th.
It's open until the 28th, and I haven't really gotten any like official like, hey, these are the guys that Colorado is getting from the portal. Right now, we're just getting visits and whatnot. I'm still waiting to get like
there are a couple of crystal balls. There are a couple of crystal balls going towards Colorado, but yeah, I haven't seen any major like signings myself.
All right, so standout Tennessee kicker Elliot Arnold announces commitment to Colorado. This was an area of need for Colorado. Colorado needed to acquire kicker, but this is when they say place kicker, this is going to be more field goal, right? This is not a free kicker, right?
His range is 65 yards. That's what we needed.
All right, so we're going to pin what's his name? We're going to pin Mata into 45. Right, 45, 50-ish, and we need somebody who can kick it a little further, so that Coach Prime can have more options. Go ahead.
Isn't Mata a senior?
No, he's got one more year.
Yeah, Mata's not a senior.
Okay.
But Mata's about to see Mata's about to go against some major competition right here.
Well, I think Coach Prime is still going to use Mata because of the fact that he doesn't miss inside the 30. But this kid right here that they
No,
bring
he's
in,
good for 45. Now, why are you trying to give him less yardage? Why are you doing that, Tim?
Because he's missed before.
He missed. He missed. So I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness, he missed one time during the entire season.
Yeah,
Well,
in his range.
It was one kick field goal. Go ask Texas and Tennessee about missed field goals. He missed one the entire season.
Okay, I give him grace. He's great. He can kick it from 55. But what I'm saying,
No, I wouldn't give him 55. Now you do it. That's too much grace. I love him, but that's a way too much grace for 55 yards. No, sir. I'll give him 45 to 50. 50, we're pushing it, but not 55. No.
Right.
Because his kicks are so low, you got to be sure so that when they take off, it's like a struggling plane to get up. Is nah.
Yeah. This guy can kick it out of the end zone. So that limits our chances of having one ran back on us if our special teams isn't the best.
Hey Tim,
Well,
real quick, I want to commend Tim for making that point, because if SMU had somebody that could have kicked it out the end zone, Alabama would have been in the playoffs this next week, because Clemson wouldn't have won the ACC championship. Because they didn't have a kicker that can kick it out the end zone, they couldn't win a game. They couldn't win a game that they had just went up, by one with 30-something seconds left. All he had to do was kick it out the end zone. He couldn't do it. The young man got a great return. 2 plays later, Clemson is able to kick a field goal to win, and now Alabama's not in the playoffs.
Phil will always find a way to try to defend his Alabama love. I respect it.
No. I use my heartbreak as a way to get my point across sometimes. I use any and everything in my life. Mourning comes in different ways. You can mourn in different ways because, hey, listen, we're here. We're excited for 9-3, and y'all are just like us, right? Kendra, come on now. Give us a little bit of break, okay? The record is you just had to just jab us just a little bit. The record is, but you're nothing like us. I mean, but they're not though. They're not.
You are just like us because we're all sitting at home wishing and we're hoping. So yes, you are just like us.
Well, actually, no. Y'all are at practice just like Bama's at practice.
Okay, so we're just like we're twins. We're literally twins.
Are we doing the same thing, but we ain't doing it the same way? How about that?
I don't know. All right, I'll give you not the same way because we're doing it better. So I can give you that. Definitely.
I'm gonna throw some old wineskins at you in a little bit.
Colorado's definitely doing it way better. Our game is going to be lit. Anyway, Love and Liberty, I just sent the link. So come on, my brother, because I need a white guy's voice. I need to know where them white boys at. How do we find them? Do we find them in Mississippi? Not the old way. I'm talking about the new way. Anyway, Tuesday evening, Colorado made a potential step in the right direction as class of 2025 kicker Elliot Arnold announced his commitment to the Colorado Buffaloes. Arnold is a 5-star prospect from Cole's Kicking Camps, who was recently a finalist for the Tennessee Titans Mr. Football High School Kicker of the Year award. Per Max Preps, the McCallie, if I pronounce that wrong, blame it on my public school education from Prince George's County, Maryland. The Chattanooga, Tennessee senior produced a touchback on 34 of his 40 kickoff attempts. Wait a minute! He kicks off! Yes! I spoke too soon!
That's what Tim was saying.
Yeah, that's what Tim was saying. This is why Deion Sanders was recruiting him, because he's capable of doing it.
Yo, I'm going to read that again. He produced touchbacks on 34 of his 40 kickoff attempts this past season. Coach Prem literally said, we better go on. We're going to get somebody who can do that. That's what I've been waiting for. Because then somebody score on us on a kickoff return. I think Dylan Edwards almost took one back. This is a great one, Coach Prime. Bravo. He also went 15 for 17 on field goals. We don't really need him on field goals, okay? Unless we're doing anything over 50, then we need him. But we got that already. We got Mata, including a season long of 51 yards. If he's doing 51, we got Mata, okay? We don't need him for field goals. We need him for those long kicks.
You need him for
He went
field goals
40.
too, because if it come down to a chance of winning the Big 12 in 2025, and you don't have somebody who can kick it from 60 yards, you need him.
No, I'm saying because we had Jace. Remember, we had Jace Feely who got injured, so we don't know if he's coming back this season or not. But Jace Feely is injured, so we had Mata, we had Jace Feely, and then obviously we had I forget the other guy's name from Australia. We had him. I think he's going to the NFL now. So now, but this right here. This is major. This right here is what we needed. Hopefully, we get another one because people get injured, stuff happens. We want to make sure that we got another foot in the building, just to make sure that we got depth at that position.
So Bassett is going. He's the punter. He's going to the NFL. He's going to be a lot of people.
Yeah, Mark Bassett
as a good punter. Though we're losing punter. We don't have a punter. So hopefully, one of our kickers, maybe feeling, transfers or position and tries punter because we got kickers now.
Yeah, man. In subsequent shows, man, we're gonna go over the different rooms, and just like we did last off season, and we kind of like broke down each room what we needed and all of that good stuff. So hopefully, we'll once we get more numbers in, we get more bodies coming in, we'll be able to do a whole show based on the rooms and how we're feeling about the different rooms. So. But this is a good get by Coach Brown. He committed. He had offers from TCU, and he chose Colorado. So that's what's up. Now again, some of these things are tentative. Well, we have to say they're tentative because you know what happens. the bag is surrounding college football right now. So anything is kind of anything.
He chose Colorado for one of the reasons is because our kickers are leaving next year. After next season, they're done. So he's the one that's going to be taking over.
Oklahoma transfer center Joshua Bates planning visit to Colorado per report. Okay. So Oklahoma, this is OU, the one that went to the SEC, correct? This is not no Oklahoma State, right? Jack Carlo.
Boomer.
All right. All right, so he says, CU is really a special place for my whole family and is in our hearts all the way up to my grandparents, Bates said. With my family connection and my dad playing there, it was pretty emotional and a dream come true to have a chance to play at Folsom Field. There's nothing better than that. So what you been doing in daggone Oklahoma then? Stop playing with me, son. The center was an interesting position for Colorado this season. Former UConn transfer Yakari Walker was once expected to earn the starting role, but was beaten out by Hank Zelinkis. Midway through the year, Zelinkis was replaced by walk-on Cash Cleveland, who recently earned true freshman All-American honors from On3. Man, please, get out of here with that On3. But you know what I'm saying? It's an award that he got. On3 can kick rocks, okay? But congratulations on a non-award, non-award award.
Well, like I said, we got some big linemen coming in. There's one white guy that you might like.
Who's that?
Center. He's a center. He's got a big old gut, jelly belly, right for you.
Oh man, that's
Hey, man,
licking my chops right now for jelly belly white boys. Go ahead.
And anybody in the chat can speak to this. Yeah, you want some big guys, but you don't want them to be sloppy fat. You know what I'm saying?
I want sloppy fat.
No, you don't. You don't want
No, you don't.
And you don't want it to be sloppy fat. You want somebody like Jordan Seaton. You want somebody they can be.
Jordan Seaton is black. I want white boys. Anyway,
I forgot what's going on right now. You're right here. You're right.
Wait, what is going on right now? What are you talking about? We better not be on the same page.
We are. I got you. I'm far back. I got you.
Okay. Well, speaking of white guys, I got Love and Liberty Media on the line. Love and Liberty, what up with you, my guy? My white boy, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys from Boulder? Good to see you.
How you doing?
Oh man. So what's up, man? What's happening? Have you heard anything around the horn about Coach Prime and how he's going to acquire an offensive line?
I just look at the high school recruits that we have coming in, and I think the future is bright. I mean, you've got Carday, you got Chauncey Gooden from Lipscomb Academy in Nashville. You got Zane D'Souza from Colorado, 6'6", 260, tight end. Corbin Lejour from Tennessee, another tight end, 6'5", 225. Then they got this Jay Gardenhire guy from West Bloomfield, 6'8", 350. These are all high schoolers coming in.
What?
So, and they're all signed. So, I mean, I think the offensive line is locked down. I think Julian Lewis has got an amazing program being built around him. But we need one of those Devin Neals. We need us a Devin Neal. We need us a thumper in the backfield. And I just want to plant this seed, and then I'm going to stop. I've been thinking recently, if Dylan Edwards would not have left Colorado, we would be in the playoffs right now.
Interesting.
What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? Explain yourself.
We would have beat Kansas State if we had Dylan Edwards.
Or
Why
would
you-
you have beat Kansas State if Dylan Edwards wasn't on Kansas State? Is that what you're really trying to say?
I'm saying either way, if you take him from Kansas State in that game and you give him to us, we win that game. We probably win the Kansas game. We're probably rolling in the playoffs right now. I hate to say it, but I've been thinking that. It's been eating me alive the last couple of weeks.
But what from a running perspective, as per se, like we needed a better running back.
No, utility play. You can't take away Dylan Edwards' explosiveness, and he just made touchdowns. Whether it was a punt return, a kickoff return, a reverse, a screen, he can't run up the middle, but the guy makes touchdowns. And if you took him away from Kansas State, and we just needed that one game, if we would have beat Kansas State, I think it changes everything. And I just think 3 points. I mean, obviously Travis doesn't go down. We probably win that game with the 3 points, but also had we have Dylan, I think we win that game. And I think we win the Kansas game too.
You got one fan from Zulus. You got one fan, but I don't know, man. I feel like I feel like you're doing that thing that Phil and DC are doing. They're trying to heal from their wounds, and yeah, I know, but that one is a hard sell for me. I just feel like one person being the solution. I feel like the defense didn't come to play. There was so much going on where we were just getting ran on. So the offense wasn't really doing much. So I don't think it was the offense that we could have used. And Dylan Edwards wouldn't have made a difference because we have runners.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just coping.
Yeah, man.
So
I think.
Can I ask a question about since we're talking about recruiting real quick? For anybody that does know, do we know who is enrolled early at Colorado? Because if I'm not mistaken, Juju is supposed to be helping with bowl prep, and I think the more players from high school that you can get in there early, just to go ahead and see what it's like having college practice, getting ready for the bowl game, I think the better. You see a lot of programs do that across the nation. So I'm just trying to see if anybody knows anybody that's committed and actually enrolling early.
Hey Phil, I heard it was one is Smith. I think he's I don't know if he's a defensive lineman.
Carday Smith, offensive tackle.
Yeah, he's enrolled early, so he's going to be practicing with them.
Good. And I say that because again, that's a great opportunity for guys to get in, learn the system, see what it's like being in college. You know what I mean? I could give you examples on how it benefited a school that I care about, but I'm not even gonna go down that path. But I was just trying to see if anybody knew. And Tim, check the back chat if you don't mind.
All right. So at the end of the day, Colorado has to make some moves. Quickly, we're gonna talk about this in detail with in the subsequent shows to come. But just off the dome, what is and I'll go down the line. Phil, I'll start with you. Well, anybody can just take this because I don't want to pick on any one person. What do y'all see as the biggest area of need for Colorado in this offseason? Like, what do we have to go out and get? And hopefully everybody doesn't have to harp on that offensive line. What is our biggest area of need? And you got like 30 seconds to give me like the reason why.
And you're going with me first?
Let's start with you.
I'm gonna say quarterback because we've seen what this team can be with a really good quarterback. Even though some people make statements and assumptions that the rest of the team is not that good, it was all Travis and Shador. But at the end of the day, the offensive line still had to give Shador that chance. So I think if they have another, I won't say if they can have another elite level quarterback, or at the very least get elite level quarterback play, I think this team will be fine. Everywhere else, I feel like the coaches are in place to make the team be successful. I just don't know what this team looks like if it doesn't have a good enough quarterback and they have to rely on the run more because we haven't seen them actually try to do that. So that's why I say they need a quarterback.
Let me push back a little bit. I think I'm ready for Colorado to have a serviceable quarterback, just like you guys have taught me to say this year. I think we need serviceable quarterback. And why do I say that? I say that because I want Colorado to be good all around. If Colorado is good all around, then we don't need these superstars. We don't need these superheroes to be carrying the team. Because whenever you have superheroes, they eventually their kryptonite shows up, and guess what? He struggles doing the second half of the movie. I don't want the second half of the movie to be a struggle anymore. I just want the daggone team to be a let's say Indiana. I'm looking for an Indiana for some odd reason. And I want an Indiana team with Georgia Tech playbook. That's a dream of mine. An Indiana with a Georgia Tech playbook. And somebody who can use that playbook correctly, right? And I don't think it's Pat Shermer. I don't know why, but that's my pushback. I feel like enough of the superhero play. Do we know any superheroes from Indiana? Anybody?
Isaiah Thomas. Did he go to Indiana?
No. I'm talking about this year. I'm talking about the players on the Indiana team.
I don't know.
There's no heroes on the Indiana, and they only lost one game. They played smash mouth, shut you down football. I mean, their score, they were beating teams by like 35 plus. They only got exposed one time. So the way I look at it, what that sounds like to me, it sounds like they were just an all-around decent football team that just got beat one time and everybody gets beat. And DC, what do you think about that, DC? Does that sound like a football guy talking, or have I not learned enough this season yet?
It does. It does. You're basically saying it's a team that, that's dependent, it's a solid team that will operate as a team, like an Arizona State. That's what we're talking about, or like my Iowa State. I'm going to say Colorado needs linebackers. Here's why. Because I know folks are saying this, but hey, we're going to take our crystal ball, look into the future. Our first game in Folsom with our brand new freshman QB is against who? The Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets that took Georgia to 8 overtime. You are starting off the bat, and if you can't have if y'all notice those games when they play, if you don't have linebackers, they're going to run all over you all day. They have a quarterback that can run the ball. So I'm going to say Colorado really needs to get some. I mean, I think you need like a couple of more, on that D line, but your linebackers, some really good fly to it, knock people's up. I think if you get that, you're going to really do something special next year.
So, See Above Dynasty is saying Indiana played a bunch of nobodies. I think Colorado played a bunch of nobodies.
Don't say that, Harry. You're not supposed to say
that. No, because if that's the case, then Colorado played a bunch of nobodies. But I would rather have the team that Indiana had, that with the hunger that they have. I would rather have that at the end of the day, because I feel like that team. Go ahead.
I think it's your perception and a little bit of your prejudice showing, because it's Indiana. You think they're white boys and they're gonna just work hard and do what they need to do.
I didn't say.
No, let me finish.
Okay.
Let me quote unquote cook, as the cool kids say. But
let's go.
But what you don't understand is the same type of rough, rugged players that are at Indiana that came through the transfer portal are the same type of guys at Colorado. You remember how I said earlier, we both the same, but we ain't doing it the same?
Uh-huh.
Indiana and CU are the same in a lot of aspects. They're just doing it different, and so it looks different. But trust me, you got some tough guys on CU. Yeah, they ain't just a bunch of pushovers. Trust me.
Listen, I wasn't digging into my racist bag, which I'm preserving next to me, but I don't think the Indiana thing has to do with the white boys that I'm talking about. I do want some white guys at Colorado, which is kind of weird for us to be talking about Colorado, and we're talking about we want white boys. Like, this is like the weirdest oinkadink ever. Colorado is 3% blacks and other. And we can't find no white boys. Love and Liberty. What's happening? What the heck is going on? Why we have a deficiency in white boy in a white boy city?
Well, Matt McChesney didn't have a hand in the white boys who were here before Coach Prime. Those guys had to all, hit the road because they weren't up to snuff. But now Matt McChesney's plugged in with Coach Prime. He's got the 0 to 60 Academy where they're literally raising these kids, and he's trying to funnel as many of them as he can to Colorado. So Matt McChesney's got you.
Okay, that's cool. Because I want a bunch of Matt McChesneys, okay? As much as I love these guys.
Because he got the big boy with the psycho in the eyes. You need that, like, crazy psycho.
What movie was that? Was that The Little Giants?
We need those Michigan Wolverine type linemen.
Yeah, that's real. Or Nebraska.
Yo, I'm telling you. Okay, so the whole Indiana thing, it had to do with attitude and grit. Okay, Colorado had, huh?
You don't think CU has that,
bruh? Unless CU has attitude and grit, but there's no reason why the heck Baylor can thrash Kansas and Colorado gets a butt whooping when we're playing one of the most important games of our lives. How is it that we get a thrashing from a team that we're supposed to thrash? Can anybody make that make sense to me?
Hey, you saw what happened with Oklahoma and Alabama. Ish happens.
But I don't know that this was ish happening. I just feel like if we had the right players with the right mind, this wouldn't happen.
I mean, you still got to go out there and play, Harry. You can have the guys with the right mindset and still lose. I mean, even Jordan missed free throws. Even Jordan missed, jumpers. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's not perfect. It's not an exact science. I understand the overall point that you're making, but, like, it's cool, man. Colorado's gonna be all right, but I understand that you want the makeup to look a certain way, and there's nothing wrong with it. But they're gonna be all right.
So let's look at these nobodies that they played. I pulled this up because I want to know if these are nobodies. And for you guys that have been around college football long enough, I can take out Charlotte. Don't worry about it. I got Charlotte. Okay, Charlotte. Forget Charlotte.
don't talk about Charlotte because then Nakai Hill Green come from there.
Yeah, but
so
on
Charlotte.
Bro, 52 to 14. Let's take out Charlotte. Let's just take out Charlotte, okay? I'm from around those woods. Charlotte's not about that life. Let's just take them out. I know for a fact. Let's take them out. Leave them out for a second. All right, y'all help me out. FIU, yes or no?
They're not like that. They're not.
Okay. Western Illinois. 77 to 3. Okay. You see this? How do we do on our FCS school? Y'all gonna say Northern Illinois is no North Dakota State. Is that what you're gonna tell me?
Not though.
Okay, all right.
Okay, come on. Come on.
Okay, I can see to that. UCLA.
They got a black head coach, so they trash.
Hey, how come you allowed to say that?
I'm following your lead, Harry.
No, but this ain't. We both black, so it's not like, oh, since I'm black, I can say that and you can't. No, we both black, so you said I can say that.
I'm not black. I'm OJ.
Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot. My bad. This is an inside joke. All right, Charlotte, we'll leave it alone. Maryland, or as we would say,
they're a decent team, but I don't think they finished in the top 5 or 6 in the conference.
Jordan Seaton is from Maryland, by the way. So that's my Maryland. That's the DMV area. Okay, Indiana. No, not Indiana. Western, Northwestern. Sorry.
They're not world beaters. They're a serviceable team, but they're not somebody that people in the Big Ten are going to be worried about. Not this year, at least.
All right. We already know Nebraska. And I mean, look, Nebraska. Look what they did to Nebraska, the team that made our game look like Oregon. Look what they did to them. All right.
They only played. Put it like this, Harry. They only played one of the top 5 teams in that conference, and they lost.
Look. I don't worry about that kind of stuff.
No. I'm just telling you. I'm just simply stating a fact of the top 5 teams in that conference.
Yeah,
they played one and they lost. That is just a statement of truth.
I know why that matters to the conversation, but to me, I don't worry about stuff like that too much. I worry more about nuances, as opposed to like, oh yeah, because I mean those are the hard stats. When you look at the hard stats, like, I always listen to these so-called announcers and these, analysts, and they're always on the hard stat line. And I'm like, yo, you're not in the trenches. You got to get in the trenches with me. Like, you're not in the trenches. You're just on the hard line stats. And anybody can argue on the hard line stats. Like, come on. Like, you're lazy. Get in there with me.
But people don't want to do the work to have a real nuanced conversation.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why I want my show. That's why I want to get my hands dirty, bro. I ain't trying to. Oh my God, look, he ain't playing. How many top 25 teams did he play? Like, bro, come on, like, are you really like? We just gonna look at the graphics and just that's the conversation we're having? No.
But does that still not matter though?
That's what I said. I know why it mattered to the conversation. I know why that matters, but. Can you explain to me why certain teams like was it Northern Illinois that beat Notre Dame?
They came out and they kicked their butt. They just played better than them.
That's what I'm saying. But those are the things. Like if you were arguing hardline stats, there is nowhere in nobody's playbook that you would ever draw that up. So that's what I'm saying. Like certain things matter.
Yeah,
and people
but when we're trying to predict, we have to go based off of what has shown itself to happen more often than not. And that's the whole point of it. So sometimes, yes, we have to speak in generalities because it is the easiest way to cover more things that are likely than to kind of drill down and say, how in the world can a Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame at home? But if you really think about it, if they play that games 100 times, they probably only win 2 more times, if we're being honest with ourselves.
True, but then there will be this little dusty little channel in the corner of YouTube, fighting for a chance that'll be like, no, you're not paying attention. I know the coach, and this coach is a ... You feel me? Like these dusty channels be out there, and if they got like 3 views on every post. And when you listen to them, they've been making a lot of sense. Those are the people I try to find. Like my channel and others, like we're the dusty channels. We're in the corners trying to, we're just crying out for help. Like, listen to us. We know what we're talking about. We may not have the hardline stats, but we know we have some nuances that you need to listen to. Every now and then we get it right. Not all the time, but we get it right sometimes.
Well, a broke clock is right twice a day, so I give you that.
So what are you trying to say? I'm broken?
I'm saying I am. I'm saying I am.
Are you just gonna take the heat off of me?
Yeah, because I mean, we don't know nothing about what we talking about up here. We up here yapping.
What the reality is, when we sit back and go through this, we're going to find out how the college how. Here's the thing, folks. All teams are not created equal, and all conferences are not created equal. And it's very sometimes I've noticed this year it's hard to have that because you can be such into fandom that you don't look at other stuff that makes a difference. Like, for example, some people may say, you're not going to trash Bama or Georgia. But at the end of the day is when you start looking at them draft picks, NFL, when we talk about Colorado pipeline to the NFL, and I believe that's what they're developing, you already have teams that have that. So how do you talk crap about teams that have that established while you're in the process of doing something great? That doesn't take away from Colorado. But I would say as far as the Big Ten looking at this thing, how the way this is set up, I think Indiana is a better team, but I have to sit back and look at it. I think we're gonna find out something when they play Notre Dame that they were good to get the record for the schedule they played.
Let me ask y'all a question. What happens when my Indiana Hoosiers dominates Notre Dame? Y'all gonna come back and give me my apology in all caps?
If they dominate them,
give
I
you,
got to.
yeah, I give it to you in all caps. But if they get beat the way that me and DC expecting them to get beat, don't go missing, and we have to put your picture on the back of a milk carton.
You know I can't. I gotta do a show anyway, so I won't get missing. I just won't talk as much.
Oh, but Harry, let's make sure so we can hold each other accountable. What is your definition of dominate? Because you can't go out there and brag if Indiana plays a close game but loses to Nebraska, because you're saying dominate.
Let me tell y'all what dominate mean. Dominate mean the very first half of the Ohio State game was dominant. They were dominant. They were thrashing them. Y'all don't understand the Ohio State game. What happened in the Ohio State game? There were three different scores that if you take those little crazy plays away, Indiana wins that game easily. Bruh, a butt fumble. The kicker drops. I mean, the kicker drops the ball.
They gave up a punt return though.
That's what I'm saying. So if you take those little things away,
no, but that's not discipline. That's not the tough, rugged guys that you want on your team, because they make those mental errors, Harry.
Hold on. Let me get Wild Dog on statement. Sorry, Harry. Indiana about to get lit up in the. Okay, y'all don't understand. Look, take 3 of those scores away. Through those 3 scores, Phil, you take those 3 scores away. What is the final score?
But Harry, even if you take those scores away, that doesn't mean that Ohio State. Okay, for example, when Caleb Downs took back the punt return, let's just say he had did a fair catch. Who's to say Ohio State still wouldn't score on that drive? And that just would have meant they took more time off the clock than the 10 seconds it took him to score that touchdown.
Indiana's defense is playing great football. What are you talking about? Okay. It's their offense that was butt fumbling. Bruh, that's why I said, look, I just want a serviceable quarterback at Colorado. I don't care about all this juju, blah, 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 blah talk. I just want somebody that can give me stop. Give me stop. I'm trying to tell give me stop, but give me a good offensive line. Give me a good defensive line. Give me some lights out linebackers that can do their job, and give me the current cornerbacks that we got. And I will be I'm solid.
See, but here go the thing. The great thing about what you're gonna go into next year, I believe, and I'd love to hear what people have to say about it, is that I believe CU will run the ball more next year, because you don't want to put it.
You ain't got no choice.
Right, you don't want to put it on a Juju to be Shador year 1. No, you need to basically go.
But we ain't gonna hide behind that, DC. They're not gonna hide behind that. We know the only reason why we didn't run the ball was because of Shador. I'm telling you, y'all can go out there and y'all can say, okay, let me get them on record. Hold on, let me put up the stats. See you both down and see Harry stop it doing Indiana far from like that. Okay, ayaka. In Liberia we say ayaka. Hey, y'all about to see. Coach Barry said, "Cut it out, Harry." Okay. I'm telling you, SIG is a problem. SIG, when you smoke enough SIG, you get cancer. Okay, y'all about to see. I'm trying to tell y'all, Indiana's gonna. Okay, Coach Barry said, "Stop, Harry. I'm done, man." What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong? Hey, Love and Liberty, you've been kind of quiet. Do you like Staub, or what do you think about Staub?
Staub's fine as a backup for me, but I'm definitely ready to see Julian Lewis come in there. I think DC's right. But it comes back to my point. I don't see any running backs in our high school recruits. I'm looking at the running backs that are in the portal right now, and I don't see a Devin Neal. So we need exactly what DC said. Julian have a year where he can rely on the running game, and we need a running back who's at that same star power level as Julian. Travis, Omarion, one of these explosive guys, and I just haven't seen. I mean, Augusta has shown flashes, and Hayden has everything but the tape. Hayden looks like he was going to be the guy, but just never. And then Michael Welch showed flashes, but then he got hurt. But none of those guys are well into the 200 pounds, if you know what I'm saying. We need a 210, 225 pound thumper for Julian to hand the ball to. But man, on Staub, I'm not really on Staub personally.
I see him as if somebody was to give him a true chance, not like, oh, we got a Texas situation. I'm not comparing him to my guy. I'm not comparing him to Manning. All right. I'm just saying, like, when you're playing behind somebody who's supposed to be a Heisman favorite in Shador, like, it's real tough for you to really get some of the reps that you need. And then you're also dealing with a situation where when you're up by so many points, like other teams would do, which is to give their guy a chance to get some snaps so they can really get to see how he can play in real game situations. We never saw Colorado kind of DNA. We're gonna let's put other guys in so we can see what's happening. We never get that. So it's like, okay, now it's like I feel like now Colorado's a whole new team because Colorado no longer has the Coach Prime situation. We no longer have Travis and all of them. Now it's a regular football. It's a regular football team with a bunch of people who are going to be new and learning each other. So here we go. I want to see what happens. Do we become balanced? No longer Shador stop padding, or like people want to say. Okay, let's see what happens. But with that being said, guys, go ahead.
Does anybody remember who Kelly Washington was? I bet not.
Kelly Washington.
Kelly Washington was the Staub to Trevor Lawrence's Juju at Clemson. So it was Kelly Washington's time, and Dabo for the beginning of the year made Trevor compete with Kelly Washington, and Kelly Washington got to start, but it just became more and more clear as the year went on that Trevor Lawrence really was that guy. He earned the starting position and ended up winning the national championship that year or the next year. Kelly Washington transferred on to Missouri, and sadly nobody really ever heard from him again. I don't know about Staub. He really hasn't. I like his confidence when he gets in there. He, seeing him in person, he looks like, yeah, give me the ball. I want to play. He does not look nervous. So maybe he fills that role. I think Wild Dog mentioned that in the chat of being a gatekeeper to make sure Julian Lewis really is that guy before he gets the official starting position.
So how many of y'all think Staub is going to jump into that transfer portal? Because I know that transfer portal is about to be kicking. So, but
if he was going to do it, I would have thought he would have done it by now. So he may just say, hey, I want to stay on the team and get a degree and be through with it. That could be that is an option.
That does make more sense because I know people are all big on these transfer portal situations, but at the end of the day, bro, that thing is not as sexy as it is, as people think it is. Like the transfer portal is a monster. So you get up in there and nobody wants you. If I was him and his family, I'll be talking like, hey, let's be very careful because you go in there and you really haven't had that many snaps at Colorado. Who do you think will actually take you out of there? And then you don't really get the opportunity to do anything.
Isn't he on scholarship? Staub?
I'm not sure.
Because if he is, he should know by now. You're not going to the NFL, bro. So at the end of the day, it's probably his advantage to go ahead, get that degree, finish it out, and then go somewhere as a grad student and play and enjoy doing it. Go to, like, I don't know, a Colgate or something like that and do it because of the fact of, you're right, especially as far as QBs, like where are you going to go? It's not a ton of film on him. And hopefully this year they can blow out teams enough to let him get in and get some really valuable reps versus, like when he got in for Nebraska, and I forget who else he got in for, but he's got to get those reps. My hope, though, because, see, I'm going to tell you, Colorado did a fantastic job of, you notice they didn't get a huge injury bug this year. And that they had
how you figure?
Before. They had some injuries, yeah.
Yeah, we had so many injuries.
You had to the Kansas State, you did. It was almost like you need to put a hospital right next to the stadium.
For real.
But you didn't have it with the Shador. That was it. If you start getting them nagging hand
True.
injuries with a Juju, you're gonna have to have somebody there, or a season gets ugly. And Love of Liberty was spot on. You said that as far as like Trevor Lawrence, is that I forgot about I forgot about the guy. I forget what his
Kelly
name is.
Bryant.
Kelly
Kelly
Washington.
Bryant.
Yeah, Kelly Washington. Forgot all. Yeah, he was going to come in there, and so that's that thing of. But I wonder, would Coach Prime bring somebody in there to push Juju? Because that's the thing about it. As a freshman, if you don't have folks pushing, you might have some issues.
Dion's not going to play that. I'm gonna protect your feelings situation. He's going to treat you with respect, but you got to earn it. So I think he's going to try to get the best quarterbacks he can get on the roster, and whoever wins the position wins it. This is not when he transferred from Jackson State where there goes Shador Sanders. He's your starting quarterback. He's got to earn it. That's your starting quarterback though. No, this is going to be a real life. These three guys make this 20-yard out route pass. Make this go. Make this post. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Wait,
Whoever-
Phil. Are you talking about Charlie Dion, or are you talking about Shador Dion? Like, which Dion are you talking about?
I'm talking about Dion as a coach. He's not playing favorites. I don't think that's what he's going to do.
No, but keep in mind we got Charlie Dion out there.
Well, I don't know that joke, so help me.
Charlie Offador. You know?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you. That crap ain't happening no more. It better not.
That's what I'm just saying, because you got that Dion that is like, he has that soft spot in his heart, right? And he's like, you know what I'm saying? I have no idea the conversation that was had with Juju to get Juju over here. But yeah, we're gonna play the little game of, we're gonna go to the press conferences and we're gonna say the right things. He's gonna have to earn it. He's gonna have to do X, Y, and Z. But you bring in a 5-star like Juju, there had to be some promises made to get that guy through the door. Am I right or am I right?
There might have been some promises, but we can't say for sure that he was going to be the starter. We can't say for sure that was going to be it. He could have said, "Hey, we're going to give you every opportunity to be the starter," but I don't think he's going to guarantee a starting position to a true freshman quarterback.
I would be sitting there trying to do I would never do that either. I would try to sit there and do something like a Texas where you get a Juju in there and let him sit for a moment while you got somebody else. Unfortunately, they didn't have somebody already behind Shador ready to be able to be effective in that. But again, Prime is known for pulling the rabbit out the hat, so we'll see.
Texas Troop just dropped another bomb. He said, I don't know who he was arguing with in the chat. He said everybody looked like an NFL guy on Well Off Media. Yo, I'm telling you, some of my favorite CU creators, boy, when they ready to drop their videos, boy, we be getting the best players until they blow that whistle, and next you know, we can't stop a nosebleed. The two Kansas teams beat us this year and took us out of contention. Yo, that still hurts, boy. I'm telling you that. I just see the two running backs from Kansas. The two running backs from Kansas. And how much they beat us. And I'm like, Lord.
But you still had a chance, though. There was still a chance, to win that game. It wasn't like you got boat race down in the so
the only one we had a chance in was the Kansas State. Kansas, we had no chance. No chance. It reminded us of Nebraska game 2 or 3 or whatever that game was. It reminded me of game 2 Nebraska. I was like, bro, I think I was late for that game. I came on, and next you know it was like 20-0 or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, let's get it out of here. Let me stop trolling. All right, guys. So I'll see y'all on Saturday. We're gonna be live on Saturday. We're going live. We're going whoever's playing. We're talking about it. Because we got
trying to go live because the Army Navy game is at 3. The Celebration Bowl is at 12. Those are the only main games that'll be on tomorrow, unless you're trying to watch some FCS playoffs.
I ain't watching no FCS stuff. Just tell me offline what's important, and then I'll do it. You guys are my football guru. So Coach Barry said Harry, Kansas, and Kansas State were more aggressive, but I didn't like the dirty play from KSU that hurt four wide receiver lower extremities. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of that went on during the season. I don't know if I'm going to be picking on one play or one dirty stuff. It happens. It happens in college football, but Colorado got to be ready to play. And everybody's talking about ponders, like ponder. I'm still pondering, like for real, like pun intended and everything. I don't know about ponders. I've never seen him on Waldorf. I don't know who that is. I know I'm supposed to know him because I know Colorado, but Love and Liberty, do you know ponders? Like,
I haven't seen him more than the well-off videos, and I saw more of Walter Taylor, and he's leaving. I saw Destin Wade get in a good bit on the well-off videos. He's leaving. So I don't know if the fact that he's not in the portal and Staub isn't in the portal, and then this Liberty quarterback is coming to Colorado for a visit. So I don't know. It seems like you just got an abundance of quarterback options coming in, but I'm stuck on this running back thing, man. I'm seeing.
Why are you using the word abundance? I don't like that word because I don't think you can quantify or qualify that as abundance. Maybe a lot, but I don't know. Abundance means like it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't use that. I don't know, homie.
I guess I mean in related to running backs' interest and movement and potential that I see. I mean, to have one 5-star running back would make me feel infinitely better about next year than anything we're talking about with the quarterbacks.
Okay, so I know we're out of time, but I do want to explore some more conversation about the different rooms and how much help we need. I think even with Juju, I don't know that we should settle. We should be done with that. I think we need a veteran. We need somebody who has a lot of snaps, and that has to come out of Colorado because Colorado never gave anybody else in that room enough snaps for us to say, yeah, they got experience. So I think we need somebody with a lot of experience to step in there if we have aspirations to go beyond where we went this year, especially with Shador being out of the picture now. We need help. And yes, I agree with you with the whole running back situation. But again, are we really certain that Colorado really wants to establish itself as a running team or even be balanced? Are we ready to have that conversation? I don't know if people are. I have no idea. Who is Coach Prime? Do we even know this Coach Prime post Shador? Can anybody on this panel say they know Coach Prime post Shador? I don't think anybody can be truthful and say, yeah, I know Coach Prime. Anybody?
I mean, that's a fair question because
he's a winner.
State, when he was,
he's a winner.
Okay, let's stop.
We got a laugh one.
Even at Jackson State, he was more balanced, but he also had Shador. So to your question, you know what I'm saying, without Shador, we don't truly know what to expect, and I think that's going to be something that will actually play in their favor next year.
Play in Colorado's favor?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I have myself on mute. Yeah, because I think they're going to be a blank slate. I think they can really mold the offense around the players that they have. And if you're talking about a quote-unquote serviceable quarterback, you don't try to go out there and just try to toss the ball around the whole game. You know what I'm saying? You run the ball. You do a little bit of play action. You maybe don't do so many deep routes. You let the quarterback have an opportunity to get the ball out of his hands quicker. So all those things that we've been trying to get them to do at the beginning of the season are things I think we'll be able to see more of because Shador won't be there.
All right, Coach Barry, thank you for the stats because you're dropping all these stats, but beyond these numbers, because I think we're inundated with numbers. Beyond these numbers, we want to know for sure who these people are. We don't even know Pat Shurmur. I don't think we know Pat Shurmur post Shador because I think Pat Shurmur's wings were clipped. Y'all don't want to have that conversation. I think his wings were clipped, but now that maybe they're gonna sew back or duct tape his wings, I think we might get to know a new Pat Shurmur. We already know the DC, not the DC that's on this panel. We know he does music, but he's retired at 55. I know that. And then he's a butter, so we got enough of that. But we know the defensive coordinator. The rest of those guys, we don't know. and hopefully we get to find out. Final thoughts. I'm going to start with Tim Smith. Tim Smith, what's your final thoughts? Let's get up out of here. Tim Smith is driving. He might be out. Love and Liberty, what is your final thoughts? Tim Smith, come next.
My final thoughts is I took a big L on buying my Big 12 championship tickets early. And
shoot.
Iowa State and Arizona State fans being pitiful and not buying tickets to go see their games. Nevertheless, I'm still going to the Alamo Bowl. So if anybody is going to be down there, say what's up. Other than that, going to the Alamo Bowl, I'm excited. But I'm not going to lie. I'm worried about shenanigans for Travis and the Heisman. I'm holding my breath till Saturday. I have a bad feeling, and I hope I'm wrong because I will lose my mind. I'm not going to be.
Are you
I'm not
buying
going to be
into my
okay if
narrative?
they take that from him, man.
Are you buying into my little narrative that I started? I know I'm going to get in trouble with that one, but they're giving him all these hardwares because they're going to be shaving him for that. Are you buying that?
I'm not buying it, but I'm looking at it with fear for sure.
After the show, you're going to be thinking about that.
The reason is, man, just being at this age in life, knowing that the Heisman is a lifetime fraternity. You get one chance to join. The thought of for the rest of my years of watching football, and you see the Heisman winners and the little events they do and the commercials and whatnot. If I have to see Genty in that for the rest of my life, I don't know how I'm going to feel. I don't know if I'm going to be okay. So
and it's not
those
even
are my closing thoughts.
It's not even because he's black. It's a football thing, right? It's just like
we're talking about Travis, so of course not. For me, I think the reason that a lot of people who look like me want Genty to win it is because Genty doesn't dance. He's not flashy. He doesn't live stream in a onesie. He doesn't make a bunch of money and celebrate it. And, I think that Travis gets to express his full personality playing for Deion, and you see that with him getting to play both ways, but also in the freedom that Deion gives them to do social media and stuff. That like Dabo tells kids they have to delete their Twitter accounts during the football season or risk getting kicked off the team. So Deion lets these kids be themselves if they show the work. It's not like you just get to come here and do whatever.
To be fair, Love and Liberty, Travis wasn't like that. Like, he was influenced by Deion and Shador. Like, Shador literally told him to show a little bit, to show a little bit of skin. You know what I'm saying? It's like having that Christian friend and y'all going out, you're like, come on, girl, give me some shoulders, something. You can't be fully covered.
Saying he was lame. Basically, you're saying he was lame, which is the reason.
And lame is okay.
Didn't want him to begin with. That's why she wasn't attracted to him to begin with, because he got big lips, ugly hair, and he was lame. But now
she wasn't attracted to him because he was a football player.
Phil, know what he's doing.
Yo. She wasn't attracted to him because she was a master's student. Okay, this lady has a master's degree. She didn't like football players. She liked nerdy school intellectual type. She wasn't.
And he is that.
Looks.
The dude has a 4.0 GPA. He don't go out, but all he does is go fishing. And
that's how he won her over. That's how he won her over. Yeah.
Phil, I'm going to go loud just to talk to you. I don't know what you just did there. And you know I ain't got no time. That's why you threw that in there, because I can't address it. Don't do that again, Phil.
Yes, sir.
All right, Tim Smith, are you back? I gotta get your thoughts so I can get up out of here. But thank you, Love and Liberty. I appreciate that, and I see your concern. You're hurting. I know. I feel what you're saying about the idea of having to go the rest of your college football life and not seeing Travis in those commercials and stuff. I really understand where you at, but I feel like they're about to do it. They're trying to do it with all this hardware. Oh, he won this, and then, but he won so many. They're going to be on the different talk shows. Yeah, but he already won like 4 different awards. I mean, the Heisman, that's just, oh, man. DC, your turn, my guy.
All right. Well, first, I want to say it's always interesting to have the conversations in the chat. And then when somebody gets on a panel like Love and Liberty, I realize how much I agree with everything he says. but I still have to troll you. So I hope you enjoy yourself at the third place bowl. Uh,
DC, it's all love. I just got to make that clear. You're the smoothest troll. You're my favorite troll. I come here to hear what DC has to say. Let's get that straight.
I love you.
DC, get them with the early Colorado's going to the bowl, so or going to the playoff ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you just bought the ticket just knowing Colorado was going to be there? Is that why you bought the ticket, Love and Liberty?
Oh yeah. I knew. I wasn't worried about Kansas.
Oh wow, boy.
But that's all right. That's faith.
Even after I told you that Devin Neal was the problem, you still went and bought the ticket. Anyway,
the other thing I was gonna say is that Travis Hunter, I believe he will win, but I do feel the same way as Love Liberty. There's it might not go that way. Only thing I say, whether Travis wins it or not, my advice to him is, she take my money. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm joking. I'm joking. But at the end of the day is, I agree that hopefully during these portal visits that a good running back comes in, because I think they're gonna need it. That will make them a good team. That will put them up there near the top of preseason Big 12. Why
we calling Travis Hunter a simp? Oh,
I didn't call him a simp.
I want to see the women that these guys calling him a simp are with. Like, I am with a woman who has a professional degree. I want to see all of these people talking junk about Travis. I want to see their women.
Hey,
Love and Liberty with all the smoke right now. He's about to crash out.
I'm just gonna tell you this though. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I said this another show. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Oh my God.
I was in Miami at the same time the Jets were at the hotel, and what I saw in the lobby is that it was what I saw in the lobby. I'm gonna leave it like that. So the thing I'm saying is that hopefully we just saw just a casual spat that doesn't happen. But I will tell you, there were even Prime talks about that they gonna test her. They're gonna right in front of her face, and there's an extended scale past 10, folks. I'm telling you, if I had never seen it, I believe it. But I do hope that it's true, and I ain't hating on the man. He's gonna, you love who you love, and really, I'm kind of joking.
I didn't know that there was a whole simp thing going on now online. But I gotta get up out of here. Phil, please give me your final thoughts. I gotta go.
Oh yeah, so I just, I don't have too much to say, man. I just want to talk you off the ledge, Harry. Just understand that don't worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow got its own problems. Let tomorrow worry about itself, okay? Each day is enough trouble on its own. So that's the good book be talking about that. If you read it, you'll find it enough. But just know it's gonna be all right. And if he don't win the Heisman Trophy, he's still gonna get married to a beautiful young woman this summer. He's gonna get paid a lot of money to play a sport that he loves, and he's gonna be able to sit around and play more games on stream. He's gonna be just fine. Also,
the word of God, according to Phil So Real. That's what's up. Okay.
What Phil sound like a puppet on a TBN show?
See, here's the thing. I know how to gaslight Christians sometimes.
So you're playing God. You're mocking God. You don't want to do that. The last time somebody did that, his name was Billy Carson. He got handled. So you're trying to mock God?
But you can't be hurt by something you don't believe in. I'm talking about Billy Carson. So
okay.
About that. He'll be all right.
But you just trying to play us.
I meant everything that I said, but I just knew it was gonna get me more brownie points with you. That's why I did it.
Okay, cool. But you're trying to say I'm a gullible Christian. What are you trying? Why are you doing this to me?
Harry, anyways, I pander to you once a week, dude. Come on, man.
But that's when you're not buttering me. I don't know. This is it's turning into like a LGBT a parade party something. I don't know what's going on.
Don't make it that way.
Oh, okay. All right, but I gotta go. Thank you, Love and Liberty. I thank you, DC Carson Music. DC, I hope the music is getting better. Feel so real. Hey, DC, if you get closer to God, the music gets better. I know you're already getting closer, so hopefully the music is getting better. Feel so real. Thank you for the word today, Tim. Wherever you are, I hope you're driving well, looking like a gangster from Queens. You know, I get it. And Coach Barry with the final. Oh, Coach Barry now went up to $10 again. Okay. I had an NBA player that happened too. He posted his engagement on FB. I told him don't do it. He cut me off. And a month later, Drake the singer had dinner with his girl on the middle of Dodger Field. With that being said, guys, this is the best show ever to get all of this information. I'm out of here. I got to go. Y'all have a great weekend. Come back here and see me on Saturday. I'm going to be live. We're going to be showing somebody's game. I don't know who it is, but hey, man, I'll see y'all later. Peace out.
Be blessed. Be blessed.
Y'all take care. All right, guys.